Hi, my name is Ryan Wetruba, and I'm from the Siena College Financial Aid Office. Today's presentation will provide an overview of the financial aid process. Let's begin by discussing how to apply for financial aid. The most common application used by colleges is the FAFSA. The FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Your FAFSA can be completed online at www.fafsa.gov. Siena is a FAFSA-only school. However, other schools may require other applications, such as a CSS profile or a school-specific application. Applying for financial aid is all about timing. Students cannot file their FAFSA until after January 1st of their senior year. The reason for this deadline is because your FAFSA is based on your previous year's tax information. It is also recommended that students file their FAFSAs by February 15th of their senior year. This will allow enough time for the schools that you are applying to receive your information, put together an aid package, so that you will receive your award letter and be able to make a decision by May 1st. If you're applying to a school that requires other financial aid applications, such as the CSS profile or a school-specific application, it is recommended that you check with those individual schools for their specific deadlines for applying for financial aid. Once you have completed your FAFSA, the financial aid officer will receive important information that will help them determine your financial aid eligibility. The formula on this slide outlines how financial aid is determined by an individual school. There's two variables in the formula: the estimated cost of attendance, which includes the direct and indirect cost of attendance and how much it would cost to go to that individual school, and your expected family contribution, also referred to as your EFC. Your EFC is determined by the information that you provided on your FAFSA. Let's take an example of how your level of financial need could be different from one school and another. For example, if School A had an estimated cost of attendance of $30,000 and your expected family contribution from your FAFSA was $10,000, your financial need at School A would be $20,000. If the estimated cost of attendance at School B was $20,000 and your expected family contribution, or EFC, from your FAFSA is $10,000, your financial need at School B would be $10,000. This helps show how financial need can be different from one school to another, and this can impact the amount of financial aid that you receive from one school to another. The next part of this presentation will focus on the sources of financial aid. Specifically, there are 4 sources for financial aid. Those include federal, state, institutional, or school-specific, and outside scholarships, which are scholarships from a local or national organization. Let's begin by talking about institutional programs. Institutional programs is financial aid that is awarded by a specific school, for example, Siena College. Merit scholarships are based on your GPA, SAT, or ACT grades. Need-based grants or scholarships are based on your level of financial need, which was provided by the information that you provided on the FAFSA. Endowed scholarships are scholarships with specific criteria that have been developed through donations from alumni, local organizations, or businesses. They may be merit, need-based, or a combination of both. And athletic scholarships are awarded if you will be participating in an athletic sport at the college that you attend. The next source of financial aid comes from federal programs. One of the more popular federal programs is a need-based program, which is called the Federal Pell Grant. Eligibility for the Pell Grant is determined by your EFC from your FAFSA. The EFC cutoff is determined by the federal government. There are also other programs, which are sometimes referred to as campus-based programs, such as a Federal Need-Based Grant, SEOG, which stands for Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, Federal College Work-Study, where students have funds that are set aside for them and can be earned by working on an on-campus job, or a Federal Perkins Loan, which is a need-based loan, low interest, that typically has repayment that begins 9 months after graduation. All students that file the FAFSA are eligible for federal Stafford loans. Federal Stafford loans offer a fixed interest rate that is established by the federal government. Repayment for Stafford loans begins 6 months after graduation. There are two types of Stafford loans. The first is a subsidized Stafford loan. Interest does not accumulate on a subsidized Stafford loan while you are enrolled full-time at the institution where you are studying. An unsubsidized Stafford loan, interest does begin to accumulate while you are in school. However, you do have the option to make payments on this interest while you are in school. This slide outlines the loan amounts that you are eligible for based on your class year. For example, all students that are enrolled as a freshman are eligible to borrow up to $5,500 in a Stafford loan. The maximum amount that that student could receive in a subsidized Stafford loan is $3,500. Another loan option through the federal government is the Federal Parent Plus loan. Eligibility for the Federal Parent Plus loan is determined by taking the cost of attendance less all other financial aid. There is a credit check for parents applying for a Federal Parent Plus loan. Many states also offer assistance for students attending college. This slide outlines programs that are specific to New York State students. The most popular program in New York State is a tuition assistance program, a need-based program. To determine your eligibility for TAP, you will need to complete an application at www.hesc.com. HEOP is also a need-based program through the state. This program is specific for high-need students. If you are interested in the HEOP program, or EOP, and would like more information, it is recommended that you contact the admissions office at the schools that you are interested in applying at. Merit and lottery scholarships are also an option through New York State. In addition to TAP and HEOP, students from New York State are also eligible for merit scholarships or lottery scholarships. For more information on how to qualify for a merit or lottery scholarship, please visit www.hesc.com. After you have filed the FAFSA and are working through the financial aid process, your financial situation may change for a number of reasons. If your situation changes during the aid application process, it is important that you reach out to the financial aid office of the schools that you've applied to. Remember that communication is key, and also that you will need to notify the school in writing and provide supporting documentation. It is important to remember that the financial aid office is there to help you through this process, and if your situation has changed, it is important to contact your financial aid office. In addition to the aid options outlined earlier in this presentation, there are also a number of financing options. First, monthly payment plans. This is an option where you can dedicate a certain amount of money towards your tuition and make interest-free payments over 3 to 10 months. In addition, some students utilize private education loans. These are student loans that are through various lending institutions such as a credit union, national lender, or state agency. Many times, private education loans have a variable interest rate and require a credit-worthy cosigner. And last, many people utilize 529 college savings plans. If you currently have a 529 college savings plan, you may need to work with the college that you are attending to receive important information such as this tuition statement so that payment can be sent to your school's business affairs office. As you move through the admissions and financial aid process, here are a few websites that you may find helpful. The first is finaid.org. This contains helpful tools and calculators to help you better understand what your EFC will be when it comes time to file your FAFSA. Fastweb.com is a national scholarship search site. Your search for outside scholarships should begin in your community, specifically in your guidance office at the high school that you attend. However, Fastweb is a great tool for finding scholarships outside of your community at the national level. And last, for New York State residents, www.hesc.com is a very helpful resource for information about TAP and other New York State financial aid programs. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and good luck as you work through your college search process.